Face front, true believers. This is Modular Media No Price Podcast. The podcast where we talk about Marvel Comics, movies, merchandise, and more. I'm Chris, a Boingo Writer Gaston, and with me, as always, in the bullpen,
representing the distinguished competition, the Vacuuminator is here.
And we also have a third person. Say your name.
Representing the competition, it's me, Buster Corp.
They're doing the lettering. Buster's doing lettering.
Yeah, I'm doing lettering today. Just
You're
like
an
editor's
independent.
note. Editor's note.
You're the
Editor's note.
imaginative
These people are
competition.
wrong.
Didn't we used to do that? Didn't
Yeah.
they used to be the imaginative competition?
Yeah, but like I haven't read an Image comic. I've only been reading Radiant Black and I guess Rogue Sun.
I mean,
Damn,
that's
I gotta
Image.
link you some shit. I gotta link you some shit. Hang on.
Yeah, link me some good comics so I can talk about later in the podcast.
I'm gonna link you every Brian K. Vaughan book ever published.
I mean, I've been reading.
Don't-
Don't
Don't drown the poor kid.
Why not?
You okay there? Did you fucking smoke a death stick?
Every day. Smoke death
I
sticks
smoke
every day.
weed every day. I'm not gonna finish that song.
Buster is the final boss of Modular.
Yes.
No.
Buster's the latest recruit of Modular. Buster's like the fourth ranger. Buster is the Tommy Oliver to our Dino Thunder team.
Oh my god, please no. I guess have I mentored you at all?
No, you're just the fourth person to get powers.
Then they no. I was about to say Ninja Storm.
No, Ninja Storm had a duo.
You got the Moto Bros there, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just both of them in one.
Yeah.
Either way,
Way either.
if anybody's a boss character, I'm fucking Geese Howard. Come on.
Yes.
I'm that
I'm
asshole.
trying to remember a video game boss.
You were just talking about Zelda a while back.
No. If we have to go Fatal Fury,
I'm
Billy
the
Kane.
Decepticon logo from the N60. No, what system was that? The NES Transformers game. The Decepticon logo that shoots pellets. That's me. Yes. Am I right, fellow kids?
see, no, I still say
Who
Billy
wants to
Kane
make
because you're wearing a
comics?
hat and it's skin tight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like he's the Billy Kane, and then you're the Geese, and then I'm the third guy.
You're Duck.
Duck. Yeah.
You're Duck
How
Howard.
about-
You're not
Buster
no,
Corp,
Ducking.
the third guy.
Yeah.
We're talking about comics this week.
Are we?
Yeah.
Is that a thing we're doing?
I mean, we're also talking about some trailers. So we got the trailer drop for Miss Marvel.
Yay! It was okay.
Yeah, it was fine. Like, honestly, my tweet pretty much sums up my thoughts. They're a little confused, but they got the spirit, so I'm fine.
Okay, should we just jump into the complaints or just wait a bit?
I mean, if you got complaints,
Aight. Well, first off, this is more of a casting thing or like a production thing. I don't like what they did to like Kamala's Muslim friend. I don't think she's wearing a hijab in that trailer. That's a bit oof.
it's a very stylized hijab, if it is what it is.
Yeah, that's not great, man.
They
'cause,
also seem to have changed the characters quite a bit. Like,
no, Bruno still looks like Bruno, at least.
he doesn't look
I
like
thought we
Bruno
don't talk
to me,
about
but,
Bruno.
like,
Oh my god.
shut
no.
the fuck up. That's
Everyone's
a
gonna be making
simple-
that joke.
But like that's also just to be expected. Like the aesthetics of that comic aren't going to translate over to.
Yeah, it's not just the aesthetics. It's more just like that character is very like the religious friend or like the very
The
like,
traditionalist.
I agree, and I know that. Like here's the thing. We should clarify for the audience. Buster and I have both read the G. Will Wilson run, and I also read most of.
I've read like the
Kamala's
first 5
appearance.
issues, so it's been a while.
Yeah. And I've also read most of Kamala's appearances around then, but I haven't read much with her since.
You
And
need to get
obviously
back to the
I'm a white
Silver
dude,
one.
but Buster is Muslim, so
Yeah.
They have a lot more reason to complain about inaccuracies regarding multiple aspects of Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, so I'm not a fan of that. Again, but that's more of a thing I didn't even notice in the trailer. So, I
but
will
like this
say,
trailer also gives me the feel that like she's gonna get like 2 lines maybe in the whole show.
yeah, good point. Maybe they're gonna like, but that would be kind of shame because it's like, oh, we like. Although I will say, I do like how like they do show a scene of like a bunch of people praying. That's pretty
Mm-hmm.
good. I feel like that's good.
And there was also there was a segment where it looked like there was a bunch of people walking through a field, and isn't that kind of a reference to her parents leaving Pakistan? Isn't that what happened in the comic? I can't remember.
They left India to get to Pakistan, and then I think they immigrated to America a few years after that.
Okay.
I'm on that stuff.
Well, I'm just saying they're still referencing the
heritage,
the refugee status of her family. Well, former refugee status.
Although, like, maybe I'm getting a bit confused, but there was a few shots in the trailer that looked like they were adapting the Mecca arc, where like during Ramadan. So that might be either the second half of the show or like a episode or two.
Yeah,
but you know that'll be gonna be
might
late.
Be,
Ramadan
it might be the
April.
It might be the entire arc of the show because these shows so far have functioned as like 6-hour movies. So
yeah,
they might be like truncating a lot of story arcs and kind of like making, for lack of, they might be doing to the Kamala run what they did with the Hawkeye, which is take a lot of little elements from a bunch of different arcs from this very seminal run, truncate it, and kind of make a brand new story out of the parts.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like a lot of people are complaining that this doesn't look like a one-to-one adaptation. And to that, my immediate knee-jerk response was, did you watch the Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man movies? But then my less dickish response is, well, they're picking and choosing. They're doing what they have to, and it doesn't look like everything is as completely paved over as people are saying it is. Like people are saying, oh, they've completely gotten rid of the Inhumans connection. Who are those smoky figures in the trailer? Who's that lady who says, "Do you have any idea what you are?" What's that about?
Maybe I don't know.
I don't think it's.
I'll talk about the Inhumans thing in a bit. I do want to. We were talking about like the story arc thing. I don't think 6-hour movie works for Miss Marvel, to be honest, because it's more of an episode. I feel like episodic works the best for Miss Marvel because it's coming of age, a bit more lighthearted than the other stuff. Like episodic works better, like with a serialized story in the background. But that's just me.
Yeah, but that's the thing is like I get that going off of the comics, and I would say that with a lot of other comic characters too. It's just they've ignored that a whole bunch already. That's just clearly the MCU's MO is taking what they need to form this character into a movie character. Like, you could argue they did that with Netflix Daredevil.
Yeah.
And even then, Netflix Daredevil had some episodic bits. There are single story arcs within episodes. They're just more heavily connected to a grander story.
Mm-hmm. Also, people saying they completely changed her powers. She does the giant fist thing in one shot.
No. Okay, here's the thing. Yes, we don't like from the again. The show could prove me wrong, but she does the fundamentally the same thing. Here's what pisses me off. It's the core. It's the thematic core of the character that I feel like you could still do the thematic core of like, oh, can she the identity stuff with because here's the thing. To me, Kamala Khan's very much about identity. Like, you have all these varying identities, and you're not sure if you're supposed to fill into one box. But like, she embraces like all of her identities, and the Inhuman thing is supposed to pull into that. It's supposed to be that. And I feel like by changing the powers, because from what we've seen is like very much like, oh, an artifact or something like that, like a genie thing, which I'm not big on, but again,
the way I got that scene, because I just rewatched the trailer again a few hours ago. The way I took that shot in the trailer this time around, it came off like she was going to retrieve a family heirloom for some kind of maybe religious function, and she finds out it has power or it unlocks her powers somehow.
I'm still not a fan of that. But like, it's not basic for my. The reason I'm pissed off is because I feel like we're losing a bit of that like thematic oomph, the thematic oomph.
We kind of are, but it's also not entirely gone. Like, I'd argue it's still there very much in the way this trailer is portrayed. Because, like, that's a problem I legitimately have with this trailer. I think it is doing that, but it's doing it in a way that's kind of a step back for the MCU. You know, I remember when Homecoming came out, a lot of praise a lot of people gave that movie is it felt like a movie about teenagers right now instead of what you typically get, which is a movie about teenagers 10 years ago. This feels like a movie that's post Mean Girls, not post Homecoming.
Okay, I've had some. I've been trying
to give it his thoughts.
Okay. One, I am not entirely mad at the changing of the powers. Because, two, on that same thematic resonant point, it thematically connects her to Carol. There is a thematic connection. Hold on.
And Aki, I see you in the chat. They've been saying they were going to do that for literal years, so we can't like get upset about it anymore. It's just what they want to do.
3. It is 10 times easier to do it this way than to do it how they did in the comic, where you would have to bring in the actress for Carol. That is a lot of time and a lot of money that the show on a smaller budget cannot afford.
Yeah, because they have that whole fantasy sequence, which I think that's going to be the line about her finding her identity. It's going to be less about like her figuring herself out and more learning to love herself, which again feels like a very post Mean Girls thing to me.
And 4, this is pure speculation, so this isn't coming off the trailer. This is me going like thinking of how the MCU structures things and thinking how the MCU has been doing things. 1, they're probably not using Inhumans. I don't believe that they would use humans because they weren't in control of setting it up.
That's true. Though it is rumored that Black Bolt actor is going to be in Multiverse of Madness.
Here's the thing. That's fine, because they can reuse and repurpose. Reuse and repurpose is fine. I don't think they're going... Because if they're going to do Inhuman stuff, they will have to set up their Inhuman thing. They don't like playing with material that they themselves don't set up.
To be honest, they should... In a perfect world, I would wait to reintroduce Inhumans until you can do it through a Fantastic Four sequel.
But what the possibility is, because remember, we're dealing with the Marvel aspect of the Marvel universe, so it's Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, Miss Marvel, cosmic-y stuff. These are probably the Negabands.
Oh, fuck, how did I not think of that?
Or these are an aspect of the Negaband attaching themselves to Kamala's actual bands that she has from her family, which I think is probably the more accurate thing, because then it's a fusion of her family but also her superhero stuff, kind of like a neat thematic element.
Yeah, now, Boingo, do you want to explain the Negabands to Buster?
Okay,
what?
Okay, you know how Captain Marvel used to be a dude?
Yeah.
Well, there was a time where he was, like, actually 2 dudes.
Yeah.
Okay, he couldn't stay on this plane of existence, so he lived in, like, the negative universe.
Oof.
Negaspace, all that kind of stuff.
Negative zone.
Negative zone. Thank you. I couldn't remember what the word they used. Negative zone. And he could come to Earth for 4 hours at a time if another person called Rick Jones clanged 2 gauntlets together, like armbands together, called the Negabands.
Saw something like that.
Boom. I'm not saying they're going to use it exactly the same way in this, but they could be using this prop in a different way, because it could either be the Negabands or it could be the Quasar bands.
Yeah. That does make a lot of sense.
Here's the thing.
I feel like
hold on. There, I have one final point of this. I think they are going to adapt the come into your own aspect of her powers, of who she is, by having her try to replicate Carol's powers at first, realizing she's not good at it, that doesn't fit, that this is not how the powers should be used, and use them to be a version of the embiggening aspect of her powers. It's basically going from energy blasts to stretching herself.
It would also be a more long-form way of doing that moment from, I can't remember if it's the first or second issue, where she turns into Carol and goes, oh, this feels gross.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of.
I'm not saying that you were wrong for being hesitant, because there's just as much likely opportunity that everything I have just said is completely wrong, fabricated, there's no basis in reality.
I'm just like, like, fine, it is. There's just, honestly, the power stuff is just like, I will wait and see for the show, honestly, because I still have hope that they might do it, but just everything, everything else just kind of, it's more like the little things that bother me. Okay, it's a fine trailer. I just,
I disagree with that, because, my thing with this trailer, again, it feels very like it's trying to rope in that Mean Girls crowd, with it's very much playing to the teen persecution complex, every girl kind of archetype. And the fact that they chose Blinding Lights feels such a desperate kids, please like this, kids, please come watch this kind of move to me.
Yeah, I don't like the music choice. That as soon as I heard that, I was like,
I mean, it makes sense with the power change. They are blinding lights.
I can kind of see that.
And I hope that guidance counselor is only in one scene, because he feels like a bit much.
Again, I'm gonna wait for the show proper, because sometimes trailers
remember, this is
Are you gonna be on every week, Buster? Are you gonna be on every week discussing this with us?
Maybe. I'm not sure what I'm trying to ration my Marvel, because I can only have so much enthusiasm. Right. I'll probably watch at least the first 2 episodes to come discuss, and then we'll see what comes after.
Yeah, because honestly, I think the trailer only showed the first 2 or 3 episodes, so there's an entire back half. I mean, that's what they did with Hawkeye. That's what they're doing with Moon Knight. That's what they did with Cap.
They did that with Boba Fett.
That's what they did with Boba Fett. That's what they do with Mandalorian. That's how they present these. It's the first 2 episodes to get you hooked on the concept, then they'll give you the rest.
Yeah, I just hope it's good.
I understand this trepidation. I completely understand it.
There's already elements I'm
you have.
Let me also just say, Buster, it's really cute watching you go through this, because it's the first time someone of your generation has had to deal with this character that kind of belongs to them being translated into another medium thing.
Yeah, this.
If I stop being cynical for a second, sure, I could believe you, but if I get cynical, the show looks very much uninspired and boring. Fair enough. Here's the thing.
It looks like an MCU show.
It looks like a pretty standard MCU show with what's going to be the selling point, the main actress and her chemistry with the other actors. And I
hope it's good.
She did a great job. She felt like the character.
Yeah, the actress seems very genuine, from what I'm seeing.
Yeah. And as a person, I really enjoy Kamala in the comics. There is a little bit every once in a while I just go the writers don't know how to write her fanisms,
Yeah, that's. I just hope that
it goes a little bit too much every once in a while, and this feels like the perfect balance.
I think.
I love that Avengers shirt looks like she made it herself. I noticed that today.
Yeah, the actor's the best part of it, and I think that's genuinely probably going to be the sentiment coming out of the show at the end. If whether the show's good, bad, a C grade, whether the powers were the worst thing in the world, or they fixed it in the end, or whatever. I think we're all probably going to agree the casting was perfect. Going forward, she is going to be amazing.
Yeah, we'll probably come out going oh, she was great. This, that, and the other thing was great. Fix this, and this going forward.
Yeah, I'm not expecting it to be flawless or like wanting it to be flawless. I know they're gonna make mistakes. It's just I just hope it's like,
you don't want them to avoid the certain mistakes that you can easily see.
Like my biggest thing, the reason I keep going back to the Mean Girls comparison is I am fully prepared for Zoe to just be a Regina George knockoff. But that's really upsetting to me, knowing where her character goes later in Wilson's run.
Oh, why do you have to make me think of that?
Who do you think they're gonna do for the bad guy?
They're not gonna do the chicken guy, which upsets me.
I think they should. I think they should go for the Inventor because he's like her big bad.
Yeah, they're not gonna do it because I know MCU doesn't want to do the chicken guy. Maybe I want them to, but I don't have trust in them to do that.
I mean, they've used weirdo bad guys before.
They could just not have him be a chicken man, or they could have him wear like a chicken suit.
Square Enix Avengers game. Please don't make me think of the Square Enix Avengers game. For the love of God, don't make me think of the Square Enix Avengers game.
Oh boy. Oh buddy. Oh pal, oh friend.
You guys talk about EMH?
Yeah, we can talk about Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Earth's Mightiest Heroes, episode 21, Hail Hydra.
Yeah, which I have a figure display in honor of today.
This was a great episode.
This was really fucking good. This felt like a season finale, honestly.
I think there's like one or two, like one little season arc left.
Yeah, there's like the Midgar arc.
There's a couple episodes left, then they go into the Big Four arc that ends the season.
Okay.
But this is the most Avengers the team ever has felt so far. Everybody, there's bickering, but it's not like, oh fuck you. It's more of like, haha, we're friends.
And there's lots of great little character moments going on. All these little plot lines all threading throughout. Not everybody's in different spots. They're kind of split off, but it all feels very in keeping with the episode, and it doesn't just feel like moments. Like they have little moments of culmination, but it still feels like a consistent story all the way through. Like I had about 2 or 3 fist pump moments all the way through this episode.
The Hulk moment's great with Cap.
Yeah, that's one of them. I also really liked Iron Man just straight up being like, no, fuck off, Maria. Like, yes, that's my Tony. Fuck register the government, Tony. That's my Tony.
Yeah. There's also fuck the Avengers Fastball Special, the classic.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's good shit. And then that end reveal, that was like, this show has such perfect little ways of like taking comic shit that is kind of stupid when you think about it, and then making it make perfect sense because it's like years later and you can make it all work in sequence.
This is a beautiful adaptation of Bucky coming back. Because like Cap doesn't, because it's not like purposeful or anything. Cap doesn't realize he's did it. It is pure like. Yeah. Because like Cap,
I think in the comics the Soviets just find him, right? There's no real explanation.
Yeah, the Soviets just find him, and he's been intermittent cryo freeze ever since then.
Okay.
But like they are still going to do the intermittent cryo freeze ever since then kind of thing. It's just now he's actually alive and not dead.
Also, like, Strucker is usually my least favorite Hydra lieutenant, but this is a pretty good turn for him. Like, I came out of this going like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I do need a Legends.
It works really well. MODOK's also great.
Oh, MODOK is never not great in this show.
Also, probably the most believable romance between Hawkeye and Black Widow.
Yeah, that was really good. Man, I love the moment when she comes in and Hulk's just immediately like, oh, I'm gonna tear your head off.
Yeah, but like, Hulk's been Hawkeye's friend. He's been hearing Hawkeye be heartbroken about this whole thing, and he's like, no, fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
And he uses the excuse of, you shot at me that one time in the desert. Like, that's such a Hulk move.
No, this also the entire time, Hank understanding that he needs to be a superhero, but also going like, fuck, I hate violence. I don't want to do this.
Yeah, like, guys, this is weird. What are we doing?
But like the second they go like, hey, can you grab that ship that's flying away? Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then the moment when he gets shot through all those windows and then uppercuts Strucker, oh, that was so great.
Yeah. This is when you want to show what the Avengers are, this is what you show them.
Yeah. This is like classic comics Avengers shit.
Do you have any more things you want to say, Buster, or did you not watch the episode?
I did not watch the episode. I need to get
Buster forgot they had to be on this show until like 10 minutes ago.
No. I knew I had to be on this show today.
That's
I
fine.
just I mainly was here for the Miss Marvel trailer. I just forgot you guys still doing EMH.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Well, we'll stop doing EMH in a couple weeks due to the.
We'll take a break. We'll take a break.
The Mooneth and Nighteth. And hold on, I didn't open up all the toy news, so let me.
There's so much Batman news today. What the hell?
It's the toys.
Well, when one character is your company's most popular thing, and it's the one thing that guarantees to sell money.
DC's like, hey, Batman sells. Let's publish 12 Batman books at a time.
Yep.
One of them does look cool, but we'll get to it.
Yeah. But speaking of cool things, hey, know who was one of the coolest fucking characters in Eternals? Fucking Gilgamesh.
Yeah, Gilgamesh Hot Toys in the house. I'm surprised they're going this deep after supposedly Eternals has not been popping too hot with people.
I mean, maybe are Hot Toys like pre-order bonuses? Not pre-order.
No.
Bonuses. I mean, pre-order like order to.
Hold on, I'm being hailed.
Okay, Hot Toys is like the super high-end collector line. Like they are 12 inches tall. They're insanely detailed. Usually the best actor likeness you can possibly get, and the price is normally between $150 and $500 depending on how much shit it comes with.
Yeah, I know that, but with like how much high detail, I'm like, do they like are they like, you know, what's it called? Like you order and that's how much they print? Like, oh, we got 60 orders.
No, made to order is the term you're looking for, and no, they're not.
Okay.
They do a certain run, and that's what sells.
Hey,
usually.
I gotta do a thing. I'll be right back. Keep talking about Gilgamesh.
He certainly was a character.
He's the coolest character. He is what every man should aspire to be in a relationship.
Yes, and then he got mooked.
Oh, spoilers!
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you'd seen the movie by now. It's on Disney+.
I don't want to go see the movie.
It's on Disney Plus.
But I want to use Disney Plus for other things, and I'm kind of thinking about canceling it because I'm like, I already have too many subscription services.
You can't cancel it now. Miss Marvel's coming.
Oh yeah. Well, there's also another thing called Yo Hoy Ho Ho Hoy Yo Ho Ho Hoy 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 Hoy.
There's a One Piece show coming.
Oh God, there actually is. But like, I don't want to think about it.
Who's gonna play Monkey D. Luffy? Finn Wolfhard?
Actual Brazilian kid. Like they actually got the casting's pretty good. I just don't trust anything else.
Okay. Well, that's wait, is this Natty Flex that's making this?
Yeah, live action anime.
Okay.
Netflix.
Because that's how we all felt about the Cowboy Bebop show, and we all know how well that turned out.
Yeah, exactly. Like
he said, having not seen a single episode.
No, exactly. It's basically just going to be like great casting, bad everything else.
Mm-hmm. This is a nice cosplay shoot you did for us, Netflix.
Yeah. No, make a good show next time. Should we just move on to the next? No, wait, Boygo controls.
We can't. Boygo's gone. He's back. Returned from the dead.
Yes.
All right, time to go on my 10-minute rant of love and adoration about Gilgamesh.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
That's fine. We talked about One Piece without you.
Well, fuck off. How dare you?
It was the Netflix show.
I am hesitant, but kind of hopeful. The casting looks good. They look
By
like
the
they
way,
picked,
Go ahead.
They look like they picked a good group of kids to play the cast.
By the way, while we're talking about toys, I should probably mention I did get Walgreens Zemo this week.
Ooh.
That's why he was in the back, and he's really fucking good, man. I like this figure a whole lot.
Are you
It's great.
busted a nut over there?
I'm trying not to.
Also, with Gilgamesh, I'm glad to see more dad bods and toys.
Yeah.
Hey, it's time to talk about the world's best Batman bad guy, Hush.
Oh, look at that cum rag of a figure.
You look so bad.
Yeah. Also, knives, really?
Like, not in a good way. He legit just looks... I look at this and say, well, that looks like twash. Like,
Okay,
what is
Buster,
up with
I'm
his
gonna
eyes?
say something,
Looks like
and
cross eyes.
His legs are going to be so traffic coned by that coat.
Buster, that
Yeah?
coat reminds me of Gambit's coat in Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
No,
Ew.
Gambit's coat is cool.
No, it's just this flat look of it. Not necessarily cool or bad. I'm just saying it's the flat, like, it's not, doesn't look like it's sculpted to be a coat. It looks like it's sculpted to just be lines.
Yeah. But, no, this week Todd revealed the single pack Hush fully. We got our full look at it. He also revealed that there's going to be a 2-pack that will come with a Jim Lee-styled Batman and a base, which,
Yeah,
oh boy.
everyone loves Ghibli Batman. I
Yeah.
actually don't know
It's
about
it's
what-
also just like the first DC. Oh, sorry, I'm talking over Grifter. They fully revealed Grifter too.
With no
Grifter
guns.
with swords. Well, you say that, but then this is based on him in Infinite Frontier, and you Google him in Infinite Frontier, and most of the panels he's holding those swords.
Weird.
Yeah, okay, but like, still, what's with why doesn't DC want to do guns? Can someone explain that?
Well,
Because
anyways,
that's another thing I've been like,
okay, so this Hush 2-pack, it's based off of the scene where they go to dig up Jason Todd's body. Different colored gloves, new head, shovel. I think that base is reused from something, but I'm not sure what. But this fucking Batman is just hilarious to me because it's like Todd is gaslighting himself because it's like, here's my Jim Lee Hush-style Batman, when like all anyone has talked about for the last year and a half in terms of DC figures is how good the Mafex Hush Batman is.
Ooh.
And this just looks bad. Like, it doesn't
that
look...
articulation is. I don't like that articulation in the box. That's.
It doesn't look terrible, but it also just... It looks bad compared to that Hush figure.
I don't like.
Mafex.
See,
That
line
Mafex
is
figure. excuse me.
cheap.
Ugh, that posing.
Yeah, that posing. That's what I mean. That posing looks cheap. And like,
That's like Hasbro circa 2010 promotional still posing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This line does not look like a $20 line. This looks like a $10 line.
Yeah. It's not great, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Anyways, you want New 52 Red Robin? Yum.
Oh, hold on. I'm
I mean,
pulling
at
it
least
up.
it's better than the Gotham Knights Robin, which looks like ass.
I don't know.
This looks okay.
I've never hated this design like most people do, but it's not my favorite.
No.
It's an okay figure.
It looks like an alternate future Tim Drake costume to me. It doesn't
Almost
look like
as if Red Robin's based off of fucking Kingdom Come.
Okay, but the regular Red Robin costume looks perfectly fine when you put it on Tim in pre-52 DC continuity. This looks like what he should be wearing in Future's End.
Yeah, I can kind of see that.
His harness looks like Hawkman.
Yeah.
Probably because did Hawkman get a figure?
I don't think there's been a multiverse Hawkman yet.
Maybe they're
It
testing
could be
the
a
waters.
preemptive retool, or pre-tool, if you will.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, guess what?
What?
It's time for the Weebery.
Yeah! I mean, this is the thing I'm excited for.
SH Figure Arts Patman!
I want
Yo.
this.
We got one promotional still. There will probably be a full solicitation by next week, but like...
I mean, SH Figure Arts over-under are pretty damn good.
Their
Yeah.
actor likenesses have been really off as of late. but
Oh, this one
like
looks good.
this is one highly edited, lit photo buster.
Oh, fair.
Wait till you get the plain white promotional stills, and then get back to me.
Okay.
Like, I'm not saying this is gonna be bad. I don't want this to be bad. It's just Bandai's track record has not been great as of late.
Why don't they do actor heads for Toku characters?
They do sometimes, but it's always like a premium secondary release type thing.
It's always like the Takeshi Hangos or something.
Like,
Well, they did Dan Kurudo.
Oh yeah, Dan Kurudo, but that's because he's a meme man and like his jokes.
no, like how Lightning Collection has like alternate heads. It's just like them without their helmet on.
I agree that should be a thing.
I'm
But
being
characters
hailed
take-
again.
Oh my god.
Okay, characters taking off their helmets is like so rarely a thing in Toei shows that like I don't think they'd see it as a big selling point.
Yeah, that. And also, though, those heads in the Lightning Collection, I'd rather have something else, honestly. I'd rather that, like, just not be gone, like, that, like, the budget be going towards, like, improving everything else about the Lightning figures, instead of just be like, oh, let's just throw an extra head, because we can do that. That
I
being said,
disagree.
I am very tempted to get the Go-Go 2-pack.
I feel like if anything needs to go, it's the effects parts because I
Oh,
like
yeah, those are trash.
no. I like the effects parts. They're cool sometimes, but like you don't need them.
Yeah, well, that's like, let the third parties handle it.
Anyway, that Go-Go 2-pack.
Yeah, that looks pretty good. We'll talk about more on Twit.
Yeah, go listen to Twit, everybody. YouTube.com.
You already do.
YouTube.com/Twit, where we're splitting away from Modular Media. We haven't told Boingo yet.
Oh God, that's just gonna make our viewer base. I mean, honestly, would a Twit show on its own, like YouTube channel on its own, be more successful than Modular? I'm just curious. Would it
It's
be?
entirely possible. Drake, I saw that message, and you're correct.
Who's Drake?
Boingo always looks like that. In
Wait,
the
where?
chat.
What? Oh, he deleted it or something?
He said that Boingo looked like a fatter Bo Bahaman from inside.
Oh, Bo Burnham. It's Bo Burnham.
Okay. I've never actually watched any of his stuff, so I wouldn't know. How's it going, Bo Burnham?
You know, I used to get bullied by a dude named Bo.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Snow
One
cone?
time I dislocated my pinky in middle school, and I was in pain, and I was like, it was right here, and this just looked like a Tetris piece. And he did, no joke, stop, squat, point, ha!
People actually do that.
Yeah. Well, that
Wow.
kid did.
that's more nerd than all of us combined.
And
What a
then,
loser.
as I was walking to the teacher, I just grabbed my pinky, relocated it.
That's legit Chad versus Virgin shit right there.
Relocated it. Went like, hey, I fucked up my pinky. I fixed it, but I need to go to the nurse. And they were like, okay. She like the teacher looked at it. It hadn't started swelling at all, and she was just like, okay, go to nurse, whatever. As I was sitting at the nurse, it started swelling bigger and bigger, and they're like, oh yeah, no, he fucked up his finger.
You come home with like a Violet Beauregard finger.
No. Then, like, right after school, we went to get an x-rayed. And after the x-ray, the technician went... because I was telling my mom and everybody about, like, yeah, no, I did that to get it straight again. That kind of thing. He said, if your son didn't do that, it'd probably be, like, 6 months before it's back to normal. Now it's just probably going to...
Damn, dude.
Now it's probably just going to take a couple weeks.
Nice.
That's because I was just an idiot, and it was just like, just need to.
Idiot, more like savant. One going beast mode over here with the bodily functions.
I mean, I was born. I had a collapsed lung, and the doctor said, "Oh yeah, no, like take week and a half." I was out of the hospital in like 3 days.
Damn, dude.
Because I was a big ass baby, and I just refilled my lung.
Boingo's made of sterner stuff. Confirmed.
I mean, I have a bit of an iron gut. Though that Iron Gut has often gotten me, and not into trouble, but very odd looks, because I will be like, a bag of chips could be like 1 week stale, and I'll just fucking eat them.
No, it's mood. I feel this.
Hey, you want to talk about Batman Beyond?
Yeah, kids, did you miss the multiverse comic-based Batman Beyond wave that had an awful Future's End Build-A-Figure? Now you can get it as the 5-pack. Exclusive at Target.
Target? Whoa!
Did you hear they're having their haul-a-thon right now, and apparently they've only ever watched The Big Bang Theory to understand the audience for that?
Oof.
Legitimately.
I mean, they're cool-looking figures, except for the Batman Joker one. What the hell is that?
That's
That,
a Future's End Batman.
Yeah.
That looks dumb. I don't stop making Joker and Batman link to hip. Stop doing that. I don't like it.
It's not Joker.
No, because he has a Joker face on the back of him.
Mm.
And
But,
it's like,
oh yeah, a little bit he does.
Yeah, and I don't like that. I'm tired of this narrative that Batman needs the Joker.
No, here's the thing, Buster. The story that's from, a weird cyborg thing started infecting all the heroes. That's literally the Joker's face.
Oh.
And it's like a running joke, that the Joker is on the back of Batman's head and he's saying stupid shit while Batman is just killing people like a Terminator.
Yeah.
That's
because
dumb.
grimdark, edgy bullshit.
It is not a well-liked storyline.
No, pretty much everybody agrees Future's End is terrible, which is why they made it into a movie.
They what?
Yeah, that's what that last DC animated movie. You know the movie where they reboot the
one
Flash
where everyone
reboots
dies?
the timeline? Yeah, that's based off of Future's End.
DC. How?
Give Marvel all the complaints you want. At least they don't do dumb shit like that.
Listen,
they occasionally
listen. That was part of the dark times, and that's all past us now.
You're gonna forever be in the dark times, because if they ever want a DC fighting game, it's gonna be made by NetherRealms.
Yeah. I'm never gonna get a good DC fight. I mean, Injustice 2 is fine.
I mean, on the bright side, I don't give a fuck about video games.
On the bright side, you're a loser.
On the bright side, fuck you.
Ha.
On the one side, you gotta realize that video games act as major brand recognition for your property, and the better video games there are for your property, the more your comics are gonna get recognized and get better shit.
So what you're saying is, we need 1 million Arkham sequels.
No! I mean, I'm already like, that Wonder Woman game already has me on edge, just because I'm like, really?
God, Wonder Woman game?
I just thought of something. What if they made a God Sim game and it's a Superman game?
Sure.
Like, you are Superman, and the problem isn't you have to solve the problems, you have to punch your way out of things. No, you're just going to places and you go what needs my attention now?
It's really I don't know why anyone they should really do that, because Superman needs a good video game. I mean, Batman got a trilogy
and you treat it like a visual novel, and you tell the story. It's about Superman and the community and all that kind of stuff.
AAA games would never do that. That's too artsy for them.
Yeah. Hey, you want to talk about a Marvel 2-pack?
Yeah, I actually want to pick this up because it has Silk, and I like Silk.
Yeah, this is kind of a surprise reveal, because we knew Silk was the winner of the fan vote a few months back, but we didn't know that she was getting released as part of an Amazon-exclusive 2-pack with Doc Ock, which is already up for pre-order.
Oh, is it sold out, or?
Let me check. Hang on. There's a hyperlink to it in the article. Temporarily out of stock.
Dang it.
I'll just keep checking back.
Yeah.
Good Silk?
Okay, so the thing with this is, originally Silk was on, I forget what the name for it was, but it was the body they were using for every female Marvel Legends for a very long time. That was good, but not great.
So the OG Spider-Gwen body?
Yeah.
Because it has the OG Spider-Gwen, so.
Yeah, this is her on the newly updated Shriek body. So she's got the double jointed, pinless knees and elbows. She's got.
I just read Aki's comment.
God damn it, Aki. And that's a new head, and I believe she's going to come with new alternate hands and an alternate unmasked head. As well as Doc Ock is almost entirely reuse. That's a new head, different facial expression, different colored glasses, and he's going to come with an alternate head and a pair of alternate hands. And people were really excited by this image initially because they thought, oh, maybe he'll finally have bendy wire tentacles. No, those are the same tentacles from the initial release that couldn't pose for shit.
Dang it. I mean, at least looks like a decent evergreen Doc Ock.
Yeah, I have the first release of that up there somewhere.
Yeah.
Have we ever had a Master Planner Doc Ock?
No, we've only ever gotten movie Doc Ock or a Doc Ock that looks like that. I really want Doc Ock in the white suit. They need to do that.
Give me Master Planner Doc Ock. He's sick.
But no, it's a solid 2-pack. Good way to get these two characters that are very expensive on the aftermarket these days back out there for people who are just getting into Marvel Legends. Yeah, well, that's what happens, and they'll probably have more stock once it's actually out, because that's probably the pre-order that sold out, and then once Amazon gets their full stock in, it'll be like, all right, they're up, they'll go grab them, and when Preturnia posts that, I'll try and remember to at you, Buster.
Okay, because I really like Silk Solo Run.
Yeah,
Stuff with Dan Slott is garbage, but I really like her solo book.
Oh, we'll talk about some Dan Slott garbage this week. We'll talk about Dan Slott.
Ooh,
I'm excited.
Spicy.
But before we talk about Dan Slott, we got to talk about Mark Waid.
Yeah, okay, you did read this.
Oh yeah.
This is just fun. This is just good evergreen Batman Superman content.
Yeah, this is just fucking like I was reading some of the comments on where we read this, and they were going like, "Oh, it just feels like an old comic," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's why it's good."
That's the point. This is for people who don't want to have to figure out the current bullshit.
This is made for Superman and Batman fans like me, who just like an idealized version of the characters and want a story every once in a while.
Like, this feels like it could be an episode of the Timverse, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it is. The World's Finest was one of the most popular episodes of the Timverse.
Yeah, and it's got that gorgeous Stan Mora artwork all over it. Legitimately, this guy has one of the best art styles in comics right now, and getting to see him draw Metallo made me so happy.
Good Metallo.
Mm-hmm. Great Metallo. Really good Robin design, too. Mm-hmm. Like, for a Dick Grayson Robin design. Fucking mwah.
Modern yet classic, it's a great mix.
Yeah, and like there's even a flashback where you see him in the classic costume, which is great. And fucking, I wasn't expecting them, but I was super pumped to see the Doom Patrol show up.
Mm-hmm. Also, I'm enjoying the plotline they're going with.
This art is amazing.
Yeah, where basically Superman's powers go on the fritz, and they're just trying to help him out. They're just trying to like mitigate all the problems and like.
Yeah, and undoubtedly, Luthor is behind it all.
Yeah, here's the thing, it's fine that like other runs can be better. This is solid. It's not aiming to be revolutionizing comics and changing the game. It's just meant to be like a fun popcorn movie.
This is fun. I'm having fun. This is what fun looks like. Do you get it, Scott Snyder?
God damn.
It looks like it's good character work. Like it's like if you want like a good like evergreen like Superman or Batman.
Also, it's just really refreshing to see Batman and Superman be friends.
Yeah. I miss that.
I just want them. They're just friends. Like
they are on good terms in current continuity, but it's not broadcasted as brightly as this issue does it.
But they're not friends because Superman's moved away.
Man. Well, they're pen pals.
Yeah. But I like them interacting in a
one shot. That should be like an annual issue where just like Superman and Batman shut little pen.
That's the next Action Comics annual. Make it happen, Philip Kennedy Johnson.
But no, this was fun. I'm gonna keep reading it. This will probably be the one DC book I keep reading.
Oh, you're not gonna read Chip's Batman?
Oh, besides Chip's Batman, but like that's Chip. I'm not reading that because of Batman. I'm reading that because of Chip.
When does Chip's Batman start?
Issue 125, which is in another couple weeks, I think.
Okay.
Like, talking about Dan Slott.
Let's go!
Alright.
I have a love-hate relationship with Dan Slott because Dan Slott wrote my favorite Silver Surfer run. Like beautiful, wonderful piece of art by Mike Allred. Beautiful art. Some of the best Marvel has ever put out.
I'm gonna have you pause for just a second there. Mm-hmm. Yo, Aki, double date. Am I right? It's good. Anyway, play.
Okay. So this is gearing up for the Reckoning War. The Reckoning War is basically, hey, the Watchers screwed over these one group of people. They're coming back to fuck over the universe, okay? That's the Reckoning War. That's all you got to worry about. Uatu is captured and being held by the other Watchers. And they are basically going like, Uatu, you fucked up. Because you're not supposed to interfere. And Uatu's just going like, no, fuckheads. We need to be a part of the universe. We need to help and save people. Yeah. And Uatu's dad walks up to him and goes like, son, stop being a bitch.
They showed Uatu's dad.
Yeah, he has a goatee.
I don't like that show. Uatu, fucking, stop giving Uatu bullshit. Just let Uatu be Uatu.
Okay, so yeah, agree.
Can I say something?
Yes.
That cover looked funny.
It does because because it'll make sense in a moment.
Oh.
Because Uatu's dad then goes like, hey, I'm gonna not talk so Fat can pay attention to what I'm saying because I need to. Man, again, this is a weird book because there's going to be.
Did you hate it?
No. Two-hit wonder who wrote Silver Surfer and Superior Spider-Man and then never wrote a good comic before or after. That's not wrong. He has. I will say this as we continue this. There is a moment of brilliance in this, but we will talk more about that in a second when Vax can join the conversation. But like, I like the art of Galactus on this cover. The Galactus art is good.
I don't know. Uatu looks like a meme.
That is a meme. That's a meme waiting to happen.
It looks like that. Why do guys like the bitchy people?
Oh no! It's a sad version of No Bitches.
Yes. It is. Should we edit that?
We can.
What did Dan Slott do this time?
Okay, so Uatu's dad goes like, yo, you have interfered, you've done all this shit, and Uatu goes like, yeah, and I do it again, fuck you. Basically saying like, no, I believe what I did was right. So Uatu's dad basically says, alright, well you also do this, and he shows the room of the apex of reality, which is basically like, it sees all the different multiverses, giving a canonical explanation for what if. Of how Uatu's able to see all this stuff.
Did we need one?
No! That is extra. Oh, that's literally like what Buster complains about with the Power Rangers comics every week.
Yeah. Hold on, there's more.
Oh.
So, Uatu's dad then goes, but there's always been one universe you have been afraid to look at. And here's the part of the book I actually enjoy. Because now, in the middle of this Trial of the Watcher book, we have what if the Watcher never interfered with Galactus. brilliant idea for a what if.
Oh.
Great idea for a what if. And guess what? It's
Why
a
is
good.
this
It's a good.
Why is this a tie-in to a bad event?
It's a good what if too, cause the entire time Uatu's just going like, no, they can't do anything. Oh no, I gotta help. They need help. But no, guess what happens? Reed Richards, with the time bought by his family, is able to build an ultimate nullification ray and just blasts Galactus, saving the Earth. All the Fantastic Four are forever wounded. Johnny has burn scars all over his body. The Thing has chunks of Thing rock ripped out of him. The Invisible Woman's blind, and Reed Richards is forever slightly melted. But they save the day, and they beat Galactus, and Uatu goes like, sure, they may have saved this day, but what about the days afterwards? And Uatu's dad goes like, yeah, what about the days afterwards? The Fantastic Four use their tech to rebuild Earth better and brighter than it will ever be in the 616 universe. And Uatu is heartbroken and destroyed and devastated by the fact that he might not have needed to interfere with Galactus, and he may have set Earth on a worse path.
Dan, you were on the verge of greatness. You were this close!
That is such a good fucking... That is such a good what if and a good character turn for Uatu to bring him back to the I should not interfere aspect of Uatu instead of just being like a dude the heroes hang out with. Like, it's so good. But the rest. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
But I can't hate the book because that what if area was so good. Cause it's just like you see the heartbreak and like the dawning realization on Uatu, and it's like, But then you also remember, oh yeah, if you kill Galactus, the universe is going to go to shit. So like Uatu's getting all in his head. It's like, maybe I shouldn't have interfered. And you remember, no, bud, you should have, because Galactus needs to live. So, like, you're sympathizing with Uatu. Oh. Dan Slott, don't make me like a story you write. Please and thank you.
It's a very compelling video.
What?
This would make a very compelling video.
Yeah, but, like...
The Frights and Follies of Dan Slott, coming 2043 from Boingo Rider.
Get through some of the Dan Slott bullshit at the beginning. Read it for the what if. It's fun. It's short. It doesn't it's a good version of what if. It doesn't dwell on details it doesn't need to. It's solid. It's great. And then at the end, Uatu's dad goes like, oh yeah, we should probably actually listen to him and actually start preparing for the reckoning. I just wanted to torment my son for no good reason. He's right, but we need to punish him.
Alright, fuck this guy.
Yeah, fuck this guy. Fuck Uatu's dad. Jesus fucking Christ. Alright, that fucking rant done. Tell me about Wonder Woman Evolution.
Wonder Woman Evolution continues to chug along. This issue, some stuff happened. They hint that she's maybe in a fucking cabin in the woods type scenario, apparently. And she wakes up in another hallucination where the Amazons are going to execute her for going against the gods, but she escapes, fights a sea monster, and then comes up on the island, and Butch Donna Troy saves her. And that's the cliffhanger. I have no idea where this series is going anymore. I'm just along for the ride.
Fair enough. Would you suggest someone reading it?
Get back to me after it ends.
Fair enough. Hey, tell me about Wonder Woman.
Okay, so this is continuing on Trial of the Amazons, and this issue is basically just establishing who the representative from each tribe is going to be in the big contest of champions they're doing to decide the next Guardian of Doom store. So from the I can't believe it's not M'Baku's people tribe, Donna Troy is chosen as their champion. Then Yaren Fleur, the new Wonder Girl, is chosen as the champion of her tribe, and Philippi, who, if you remember, is Hippolyta's black wife, is the champion of the Themyscirans, or of the Amazons, excuse me. Yeah, Amazons is the name of their tribe, Themyscira is the name of the island. I keep getting that mixed up. And then after having a heart-to-heart with Jumpa, which I really appreciated, I love that modern comics still acknowledge Jumpa. Wonder
Who's
Woman
Jumbo?
decides...
The kangaroo?
Yeah, Wonder Woman's pet kangaroo. It's her equivalent of Crypto.
Oh. No, I thought you meant something else. Okay, my bad.
Yeah. But she decides to insert herself as a bonus surprise champion, and that's the cliffhanger of the issue.
All right.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes.
Hey, tell me about Nightwing.
This is a banger issue of Nightwing, because this is just, hey, you remember when Dick Grayson and Wally West were bros? We're bringing that song back. We're getting that band back together, and it's fun. Because in his ongoing efforts to assassinate Dick Grayson, Blockbuster hires KG Beast, who, if you'll remember, KG Beast is the character that caused Rick Grayson to happen.
Rick?
Dan
Okay,
DiDio didn't like the name Dick.
So he gave Nightwing amnesia and made him a try-hard guy called Rick Grayson for about 20 issues until Dan DiDio relented and just let Nightwing be Nightwing.
I guess.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful cover.
Yeah, but Melinda Zuko, Nightwing's half-sister, is at this meeting of the criminal underworld, and so she finds out that KG Beast is just firing a fucking missile at his apartment complex. So she texts him in the middle of the night and is like, "Yo, get out now. Your building is about to be hit." So he sets off the fire alarm and gets everybody out of the building except for one guy who can't understand him because he has a hearing aid. So he goes and changes into his Nightwing costume and comes back and saves the guy at the last minute. But the building blows up and they're still caught in the rubble. And I'm trying to remember how he finds out. Oh yeah, Wally gets a call in the middle of the night. Linda Park, his wife, who is a reporter, if you remember. She's a TV reporter. She gets an alert in the middle of the night on her phone that there was an explosion in Bloodhaven, and they're in Keystone City, which is like right next door. So they wake up in the middle of the night, and Linda is like,
right next door to Gotham.
Yeah, all the DC cities are like, they're right there. They're right there. Shut up.
United States of DC, I guess.
Yeah, the United States of Detective Comics. But Linda wakes up and she's like, "Hey, Wally, isn't that Dick's apartment building?" And Wally just immediately starts running. And he gets on the scene, starts clearing rubble, and then Nightwing just lands with the guy he saved. And Wally makes this face like, "Nightwing, you're okay?" And Nightwing's just like, "Hey, man," and then he hugs him, and it's great.
That's great.
And they have a conversation that's basically like, so somebody just tried to blow up your building. Seems like shit's getting serious. No, I can handle it. I got safe houses. It'll be fine. I'll figure something out. No, you're staying with me now. What? You're already in my house. Oh shit, I guess I am. Yeah, get some sleep. So the next morning, Wally's kids wake up Dick, which is cute. I always forget that Wally has kids until they show up in something, and they're cute. They're cool.
Do they call him Uncle Dick?
Let me check here.
Because if he's not an uncle, I'm disappointed.
I mean, he probably is, but I don't see them call him that anywhere. It's just he wakes up and they're like staring him in the face with breakfast. Jai, Iris, were you two just waiting for me to wake up? We weren't allowed screens while you were asleep. Oh, right. Priorities. So Wally's like, all right, so I've figured out the criminal underworld in Bloodhaven while you were asleep, and I figured out who we should talk to. And he's like, seriously, in all that time? No, I just got pictures of them and drew lines. Okay. So what are we going to do? And then they get a call that Barbara's been kidnapped from Barbara. She's like, some guys grabbed me and put me in a van. I can escape, but I figured you'd want to know. And they're like, we're on our way. So they switch places with her, and when the van goes to dump her in front of KGB's, they pop out, and they're like, oh, that's the guy that gave you amnesia. Let's kick his ass. And that's the end of the issue.
This is genuinely how I want the DC Universe to work at all times.
Mm-hmm. It's just, again, it's just fun and wholesome and good.
People are friends. People are working together. The bad guys are dicks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Okay, mini rant. Can people, like, untag? Oh, that's it.
They can. They just choose not to. Or forget.
Don't drag me into your bad takes.
Hey, you want to tell me about Batman the Knight?
Yeah, let's talk about the prequel to Chip's Batman run, because that's what this is now. That's what we've all unanimously decided. You should probably jump on this. It's okay. This issue is basically just picking up where the last one left off, where we find out the guy that I thought was the murderer they had been tracking is actually Ducard, a somewhat obscure Batman ally. And this is the first time they've met, and he's like, hey, I was sent by Alfred to check on you, because you fucking left without saying anything, and Alfred is sad. And Bruce is like, oh, I'm an asshole. He's like, yeah, you are. Now let's catch this murderer. And he ends up getting Ducard shot. And he feels like even more of an asshole, so he leaves a big sad voicemail for Alfred, and that's where the issue ends off.
Fair enough.
It's good. It's fine. It's solid.
Yeah. So I read the 5th and I think final issue of 10 Lives of Wolverine.
How was that?
Or like 10 Lives of Wolverine?
Yeah.
So...
But you're not going to answer the question?
Yeah, 10 lives. He goes back through time and previous experiences. Because this whole book was kind of like re-examining Wolverine's character. Wolverine's character and like kind of like not necessarily letting Wolverine let go of his past, but more like accept his past of like, yeah, I've done bad shit, but you know what? All this bad shit's led to now.
So it still should have been 10 issues.
It is 10 issues.
Wait, I thought
it's 10 lives and 10 deaths.
But like, there's 5. It says issue 5.
There's 2 miniseries running together that are both 5 issues, but it's one story, so it's 10 issues. It's the same thing they did with Hoxpox.
Oh, okay.
But here the lives is the stories focus on the time travel and going back to the past and Wolverine learning lessons about himself from the past and all that kind of stuff, and then internalizing it because Wolverine never had a place to be, you know. Oh no, I don't have a place to call my own. I'm in the woods. I'm just a mercenary. I all this kind of stuff. And he's trying to claw back to his present day body through all that stuff because the person currently living in that body is Red Omega. All this kind of stuff.
Could have been Kenny Omega.
All those kind of things, and basically Wolverine goes like, now I have a place to call my own, and it's Krakoa, it's the X-Men, it's all this stuff. So fucking this is my life. And he just defeats Red Omega, he gets back to his body, and Jean Grey fucking smooches him. Just more
Cyclops.
He's not psychic, so he wouldn't have been there helping out.
No, he should have just been there for moral support.
Yeah, he's busy. He's busy having to pretend to be dead.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hey, did you see that Manlet cover that came out for Hellfire Gala?
No, I need to. I saw a good number of the covers. A good number of the covers are really good.
There's an alternate cover of Logan and Jean dancing, and he just looks like the most absolute Manlet ever.
Beautiful, as he should be. And basically, Red Omega is killed by, if I remember right, killed by Colossus's brother because he failed.
Oof.
And Wolverine, I think, got the Cerebro sword.
Interesting.
Yeah, which is just a thing involving Cerebro. But it's good. If you like Wolverine and like the character of Wolverine and want to see some, like, exploration of the character, good series. We still have one issue left because the Phalanx Wolverine from the future is still running amok. So that's the last one we got to deal with.
Okay.
You okay, Vac?
Yeah, I'm looking for the cover.
Okay, you were looking off to the distance. I don't know, make sure.
How many more comics we got left?
Hold on. I can look real quick. 1, 2, 3.
I found it.
Oh, hey.
It's in the chat.
Let me look real quick. That is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
That is how tall Wolverine should always be. That is short king energy. High impact.
Yeah.
That's good shit.
It's a great pitch.
Back to it. I read Eternals, The Heretic.
I love that movie. I am too, Pazuzu.
Okay. This is Thanos meeting his great uncle.
What is with Marvel this week and extended families?
And basically asking his uncle, yo, uncle, why are you in jail now? Because that's where he is. He's in a eternal prison. And he goes like, well, Thanos, let me explain. I'm an asshole.
Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back.
And basically, he tried to convince the other, like, major paternal figures of the not the Inhumans, the Eternals, so Mentor, and Kronos.
Uh-huh.
No, Mentor is Kronos' kid. Like, it's the big three old fuckers. It's big three old fuck dudes, okay?
Okay.
Don't fucking worry about it. You don't care about the internal politics of the Eternals.
That is true.
So
that's a very good wordplay, though.
Yeah. But basically he goes, so our main thing was to destroy excess deviation, right?
I can't hear anything. What happened?
You can't, what?
We can hear you, bud. I can hear fine.
Oh, my headphones are being wacky.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But basically, we are made to destroy excess deviation. So, wouldn't the easiest way to do that to just be to kill all the deviants? So he wants to commit genocide on the deviants. The other Eternals go like, yo, dude, that's genocide. And he's like, oh, okay, fuck you. And so basically he becomes like Thanos before Thanos. Showcasing that the Eternals always there's always been a Eternals with screw looses, essentially. That the Eternals are not a perfect thing, they are not perfect people, but their imperfections are weird, big, and cosmic.
Okay.
Okay. But more or less the big thing was, he said he gives like a piece of information or like a thing to Thanos. And Thanos goes like, why are you giving me this? And he says like, no one else in the family has the fortitude for... Everyone else in the family has been a disappointment. You are the least disappointing. Because you will actually like you will actually accomplish the goals you want to accomplish, kind of thing. And Thanos goes like, all right, thanks. As he's leaving the room, he goes like, thank you, granduncle. No. Thank you, grandfather. Maybe like a little minor retcon of where Thanos came from. It's good. It fits with all the Eternal stuff. I love how they kept the coloring scheme from the other book because it keeps it really consistent, but the art is completely different, but it's really good. And Thanos and his grandfather are really well written. So if you like big cosmic Marvel dumb shit, read it.
All right.
But next, we got to talk about 92 BEY of Amazing Spider-Man.
So, Buster, I feel like you would really like this issue because it's paced like an episode of Dawn Brothers.
Oh my god. It really called me out.
Yeah.
What's this issue about? It's about Spider-Man. It's about person.
Actually, Spider-Man doesn't show up.
Yeah, this is a bunch of subplots just getting like a couple minutes of screen time.
But I want Spider-Man.
Well, this isn't a Spider-Man issue.
There's Spider-Man in the name.
BEY is their issues for side stories.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, it's 92.5. This is all the non-Spider-Man stuff. So you just get pure Spider-Man action in the book.
This is essentially, here's the wrap-up of the shit with Colleen Wing and Misty and Morbius that honestly could have just been in the last issue. It didn't need to be cut off for this issue.
I do like the future thing with Morbius, though. That's interesting.
Here's the explanation of where Monica Rambeau has been, so she can be in this book and have it not be a huge, whoa, where did she come from?
Next issue.
Also, Machine Man is a sad boy, whatever.
Also, Next Wave, revival of that, because that's where Beyond comes from.
Yeah. What the fuck was the point of that employee scene? Was that supposed to be something?
I think it's just like a payoff for him showing up in the book so far, but also kind of like set up for like future things, because he gave himself a promotion, so he may be like the thing that like defeats the boss lady.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but it also gave me a moment of like, wait, am I supposed to know this guy from something?
No.
Okay. And then here, Boingo, here's the Slingers. Be happy. They're gonna get murdered by Ben Reilly.
Slingers! That's gonna be fun. Slingers are cool. But also, Morbius is teaming up with Doc Connors doing mad science.
We'll see what Jed McKay does with that once he fully takes over in a couple issues.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. I don't know. This was okay. I didn't hate it, but like, it was certainly all over the place.
I like
all over the place.
I like the interaction between Monica and Machine Man.
I probably would have liked it had I known those characters from anything at all before, besides Monica in the MCU.
Mm-hmm. I like her dialogue and like her internal monologue of like, being nice just lets people walk over you, so I'm just gonna be the bitch that gets shit done.
Yeah, it felt very in line with the Carol Danvers family of characters.
Oh hey, the last book. Tell Buster about Power Rangers.
Okay,
no.
So Ryan Parrott isn't gone. He's still writing Power Rangers. While Matt Groom is writing Go Go. So we're in a new arc. This is the beginning of a new arc for Power Rangers, Buster. Ryan Parrott has taken the book in a new and exciting direction.
Being bad again?
Okay, here's the thing. I hesitate to call this issue bad because most of it is like, that's good sci-fi writing. That's good character writing. But I don't know if it's good Power Rangers writing.
That's what I keep saying, man. That's what I keep saying. Like, even if
like,
it's
there's a cool through line of like Jason obsessively trying to find wherever Lord Draken ran off to and like having to refocus himself and learn like
that's a good plot.
You can't obsess over this one thing. There's other shit that has to get done.
Yeah, that's cool. Makes sense for his character.
There's a scene where Trini turns on their super alpha robot and it doesn't remember her and she's like, oh, let me just re-upload your memories, and he's like, you said my memories were sad, that a sad thing happened. I don't want to remember that. Ooh, weird sci-fi head concept. That was kind of cool, especially because Billy like helped, like he Skyped in. And then there's a subplot where Zach and one of the alien friends they made track down a thief in the village that they're kind of protecting, and learn that like, oh, he was orphaned when they saved him from his planet. He didn't want to be saved. He's kind of a little edgelord, but he has a heart of gold. So Zach kind of becomes his friend. Like, that's a solid plot. It's just like
That sounds Power Ranger-y.
Like these are all good. These are all good plots. I like them, but I just don't know if it's the whole thing of this is the Mighty Morphin team. This is 3 members of the Mighty Morphin team doing plots that I would expect from in space.
Well, that's honestly that's better than all the Atari War bullshit. That sounds way better than whatever that thing was supposed to be. So
who's the Blue Ranger?
The Blue Ranger is a space cat named Yale.
Okay, who's the Blue Ranger up there with the fucking ribbon?
That is the Blue Emissary, who is briefly in this issue to say goodbye.
Okay.
Basically, the Blue Emissary is all the Blue Rangers at one.
So it's like Aqua Red, but blue.
Yes. And then we find out that partially through fighting the Imperials, the Rangers accidentally created an evil space cult called the Followers of Vox, and the Rangers they do a big broadcast to the entire universe to say hey, the Power Rangers are back and we're going to protect everybody and it's going to be fine. And they're like, oh, the Power Rangers just told us right where they are. Let's go fuck them up, and that's the end of the issue.
That sounds pretty Power Ranger-y, though.
That sounds funny.
So overall, would you say it's okay?
It's okay. It's an 8 out of 10.
But that's all the books we read, bud.
All right.
I didn't read anything.
Oh yeah, that's
but
right.
You graced us with your presence.
You didn't send me any comics. And
I'm working on it. I'm doing it right now. It's gonna happen. Hang on.
But you graced us with your presence, and we thank you for that.
Yeah, I guess. I just wish I could write videos again.
One day. One day.
But hey, Zach.
Hey.
Tell the people where you can find your shit.
Hey, I'm the Vacuuminator. I make YouTube videos sometimes. They're at youtube.com/thevacuuminator. I'm also on Twitter all the time. Most of the time. It's at the Vacuuminator. And I'm on Instagram fairly regularly at the _Vacuuminator. Why is this giving me so many ads? What the fuck?
Hey, Buster.
Yeah?
Tell the people where they can find you.
Oh, hi, I'm Buster Corp. You might know me as a D-grade video essayist on the internet that does Toku stuff mostly, but also other stuff, because apparently people keep wanting to watch my Genlock and Scott DeLaw's videos, even though they're kind of mediocre. Anyway, you can find me at Buster Corp, the YouTube channel, and I'm also at Twitter, tweeting too much at BusterBlue3.
All right, Buster, here, read all of these. I just put a link in the chat for you.
Okay.
Also, I agree with Aki. Read Sandman. You would enjoy Sandman.
Oh, yeah. Me and Buster ought to read Sandman together. That should be an ongoing project for this show.
Yeah. Which Sandman, though? There's 50 Sandmans.
Neil Gaiman Sandman.
Okay, the Neil Gaiman one. Okay, gotcha.
I can find it real quick, and I'll link it to you. Hang on.
But in the meantime, hey, howdy, I'm Chris, a Boingo Writer, Gaston. I make variety content on the internet. Do you want to watch some Twitch streams? Twitch.tv/Boingo Writer. Yeah. Do you want to see some YouTube videos? Hey, type Boingo Writer in the YouTube search bar or youtube.com/C/Boingo Writer. That'll take you where you need to go. Make a variety of content, video essays, and video editorials. Would you like to see some other social media platforms? Oh, I bet you would. Just type at Boingo_Writer on TikTok, Twitter, and Flippity Flop on Instagram, and you can follow me there. Wahoo! In the meantime,
Wahoo!
Wahoo! In the meantime, this has been No Price Podcast by Modular Media, where we do a variety of podcasts, including but not limited to components, where we just bullshit every week.
Yes.
We don't do wrestling podcasts anymore, so tell them about Twit.
This week in Tokusatsu, Buster and I talk about Japanese children's shows.
Yeah.
And depressing movies.
We haven't talked about a Garo series thing. We talked about Versus Road, but
we need a new Garo show, damn it.
Versus Road had a setup, right?
Yeah, but I don't want a sequel to Versus Road. I just want a regular Garo show again. Please. Anyway, no more games.
Yeah, no more games.
We talk about video games.
Thursdays, we talk about video games. News. Yeah.
And sometimes we talk about stupid shit.
Sometimes.
That's every podcast we do. So, peeps, do we have any final words for the people?
Screw you.
Only 2 more episodes till midnight.
Nice. Enough said.
So, enough.